Like even when they show him practicing, and yo, bro, you're not hitting the pads with me with a thong on, bro. Come on, my nigga, put some pants on, man.
AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Shout out to Kiyan. He selected Syracuse for his school. Kiyan Anthony. He went. I guess he went on Carmelo's show. AllBall don't do that. I guess he went on Carmelo's show at 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. I don't know how he's 7 p.m. in Brooklyn's kind of crazy. He was born there. Mike don't claim Brooklyn, but he's trying to continue the legacy. Apparently, the #1 player out of New York City, out of New York. Flea made a great point. He went from, I don't know if it was Chrysler King or whatever it was, to that school in Long Island that everybody's getting the players over there for some reason. But quick feelings, a quick reaction to all Kiyan Anthony's announcement that he's going to Syracuse. Oh, right. You got that reaction.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't have any reaction? I mean, this is different than Bronny. This is different. This is like the typical way to do it. At the very least.
I mean, to be honest, who cares? I don't, nobody cared that Bronny with the USC. Nobody cares that Kiyan is going to. I'm just being honest with you. Who cares? Cooper Flag is the #1 draft pick. Nobody cared that he went to Duke. No, like, and that's no knock to them. It's just that it's not like how it used to be where it was like big news. You know what I'm saying? Like when Carmelo announced, I'm going to Syracuse, and like, it ain't like that no more. So it's like, no disrespect. It's no knock on them, but bro, who cares, bro? Like, I mean, to me, it's way deeper than that. And I've always told you, I don't play with nobody kids. So I mean, much success to all of them, but I don't think it's a big deal at all. And it wasn't no hype. Nah.
Bill Simmons and his guest, I forgot I forgot how to say his name, but the other dude, I forgot his name too already. That's crazy. I'm getting old. But they were talking about exactly what you just said. How the league, how come nobody's watching the league, the ratings, they're struggling with the ratings, but it still feels like we care about the game still. Like there's a lot of talent out there. They're playing the game. For me, I find it entertaining still. Oh, hold on.
Oh, she's in the building, y'all. Y'all know the drill, man. Everything stops when Miss Darlene Bryant pulls up. Good evening, Miss Darlene Bryant. Hope all is well. Always good to see you in the building.
Good evening, Miss Bryant.
Yes.
Speaking of Bill Simmons, he did make a point. And by the way, I'm sorry. They made a point about the same thing with the league that you said. There doesn't feel like there's any real stars anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially the American guys, you got Ja and everybody, but there's no way it's the real. So Kiyan, when you brought up Cooper Flag to Duke, it is like, okay, who cares? Because if he was, Zion is really the last guy to make us feel like that, right? Go to Duke and he just highlight reel. We were all tuned in. Is Kiyan gonna be that? I don't think so. Cooper Flag so far hasn't been that. So,
bro, let's be for real, right? And I don't mind being called a hater, but when we talk about some of the greatest high school basketball players of all time, these kids are not even in the top 100, 1,000, bro. If you go all the way back to Lou Alcindor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, like, bro, the impact some of these, like, let's just talk about the future. Zion Williamson, just YouTube his high school highlights. One of the greatest high school basketball players of all time. It's not our fault he was that size at that age and whatever his competition was. So if we going off of that, listen, Zion might be one of the greatest high school basketball players of all time. Do you see his highlights? From defense throwing people shit in the stadium to tomahawking. Like, so listen, man, like I said, a lot of these young kids is good and there's no knock to them. But when we talk about hype, that's why it ain't no hype. It ain't no hype. Because we see y'all in high school. So it's not to say none of these kids are gonna be good, but man, look at guys like Felipe Lopez, man. You know, look at guys like Kimber and Rice. Like it's a lot of low key. I'm saying players that was in high school that dominated. That where it was like when they played, the whole world came to see. No disrespect. A lot of these young kids today, when people come to see, it's because of the social media thing. That builds up a different height. Think about my time, was no social media. So when you got a guy that, a guy like Booker Smith, gotta shout out my bro, Brooklyn in the building. When you got a person like that and you hear they playing that record today, and the whole Harlem in Brooklyn is trying to get into the park. This is word of mouth. This is
Right.
payphones. So, just imagine if these young kids was, in that era. Would there be a big deal? Now, with some of them, they would be, like I said, with Zion, that's undeniable. When you look at everybody else highlights in high school, like, okay, you know what I mean? You root for them, but so for me, it's not, kids is good, kids is tall, and like I said, they utilizing social media to, to, to the max, and that's what the world is today, and I respect that, but to me, it's no big deal because once again, you know, are they going to dominate in college? Zion was kind of crazy in college, but he got injured. Do we think Kiyan is going to go into college and dominate? Is he going to start? Remember, Bronny James wasn't even starting. So, we know what I mean? We got to start keeping it real. You know what I mean? Like, so, a lot of the great high school ballers, when they got to college, remember, they were starting. Starting. Guys like Marbury and things of that nature. When we talk about great high school basketball players, not saying they wasn't great in college and NBA, but I'm just saying the transition. Some of these kids ain't gonna be starting. So I wish the best for him, but nah, I didn't even know he picked Syracuse until you said something. It wasn't even on my feed or nothing like that. And I just
Just
seen on the screen, right, a ESPN thing clip, but I ain't even paying no mind.
it just popped up like I want to say they announced it 20 minutes ago for I think the podcast. Like he did it
Okay.
on Carmelo's thing. So I get it. Keep it on the family. I think to your point,
Flea in the building. What up, Flea?
The way social media, like the word of mouth was so real because it filters out a lot of the BS. Because there were certain people that like a lot of us, the same thing that's going on now is going on back then, right? But everybody's documenting their thoughts, and then it's like overreacting through text and through social media posts and the reaction and the comments that it filters out the doubt. Like when I say Cooper Flag, I don't know if he's that good the way y'all making him out to be, because I'm watching videos, people scouting him, saying what his flaws are. And that's what I was saying with Bronny James. He kind of exposed what it is. So we can't even filter out the real non-basketball knowledge. Like this ain't, we ain't talking about the hype. All right, we get the hype. We heard the name. Now what? How's Kiyan's game really? I know he's gotten better. He's going to 6'4", whatever it was. People think he's taller than what he was. I just don't know. And the Zion thing that was a perfect example because he exemplifies the era, the super hype where it's like he failed all expectations. And it's obviously because I don't know if he doesn't care. I don't know what it is, but that has to be a part of the reason why. And
Well,
for him not to be able to perform on the level that the hype was there and the potential
well,
it explains the whole era to the T.
well. I'm not gonna go that. I'm not gonna go that far with you as far as saying Zion failed expectations because when he is on the court and he is healthy, you see how good he is.
Right. I I I get that, but it's still a lot of his potential is still not fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of
Nah,
his
nah.
that
I mean, I get
and
it.
that's and
I get it.
that's what I mean with Bronny Cooper Flag right now. The way they made him out to be is not so far he's gonna be great. He looks good in college. It ain't what he ain't Zion in college so far. He ain't some of these dominant players that were in he ain't Kemba. He ain't
Yeah.
even Kemba.
Yeah. Well. Guys like Cooper, man, the way the league is going. they're making it so these guys can be successful. The way the game is being played, positionless, spreading the floor, 3-point shots. Because think about if a guy like Cooper Flag, who I think he's about 6'9", 6'10".
Yeah,
Remember, he could come in the league and play the 2 or the 3. He don't have to play the 4. So
right.
think about a guy like Cooper 10 years ago. Bro, no post-up game and no upper body strength. Bro, you're baby food. So I think, some of these guys, the way the game is being played, it's making it so they can be successful. Now it's up to them when they get there to put in the work. You know what I mean? To be successful, because it's a whole different ball game, from high school, college to the league, speed, strength, just everything, but I wish the best for all these young men and women. I don't root against none of them. I know we up here, we play, we joke, but I hope they all be successful. But we have to be honest, what we see. And for me, it's hard for me to think or expect you're going to be a great college or NBA player and you don't dominate high school and dominate your peers. Simple and plain. I seen Zion dominate high school to the point where it looked like he was cheating. Seriously. Y'all can say how y'all feel about him off the court. I don't get into that. Y'all know me. That's why it's AllBall TV. We try to stick to AllBall. When he's healthy, he's dominant in the NBA. So it translated. It's just that he can't stay healthy. But it translated from high school, college to the NBA. He dominates.
Right,
I watched
but
him run over LeBron James.
right, but it's still the potential. Like LeBron came to the league, we saw the hype, he was dominating. It was like came to the league, it was like, oh yeah, he is the guy that we've been promoting this whole time. He looks like that in the NBA. And this is what I'm saying. Like Flea,
Yeah,
he had, yeah. Shout out to
yeah,
Cuzzo, Cam Scott.
yeah. That's a fact. Yeah. Down there in South Carolina. Yeah. 4-star recruit, 2-time Gatorade Player of the Year. You know what I mean? Definitely need more support. Definitely need a lot of love. A young man that can do it all. 6'6", can defend, can knock down a 3, get to the basket, can shoot. Yeah. So it's and it's a lot of players, man, that that deserve the limelight, that don't get the light they deserve. And definitely my family, Cam Scott. And it's not because he's family. The young man can play and he's good. So it's
And
it's
and and,
it's
and
tricky,
you
man.
wouldn't, but you wouldn't say that because you would just be polite about it. You would politely breeze by the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like if he wasn't good in your eyes. So what I'm saying is that yeah, Cooper Flag at 21 and 10, but they're making him out to be Andre Karolinko mixed with Dirk or something like that.
Yeah.
Like that.
But
So that's what I'm saying. And I'm not saying he's not. I'm saying this has to translate to the NBA. Because if it doesn't, we're gonna keep getting these American players where this sport is from, who know Cooper Flag understands what it is to be an American star. That's the part. Zion understands what it is to be an American star. John Morant, you can win big getting in on the action of DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. All 30 teams split into 6 groups every Tuesday and Friday, playing for the right to advance in a single elimination in-season tournament, culminating in the NBA Cup Championship in Vegas. First time, here's something special just for you. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook. Every point counts. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code ABTV. That's code ABTV for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 8778-HOPE-NY or text HOPENY. That's 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Camp Resort. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/bball.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.